Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another monthly best lease deals, electric car lease deals available. As we've done in previous videos, I'm going to be using Lease Loco, which is basically a comparison website to go through some of the best electric car lease deals that are available on the market today. Now, last video, I restricted this to just in-stock options just because the delivery times right now are insane. So any sort of factory orders are taking much longer than what has been promised or anticipated. But stock options right now are quite limited and actually still pretty much the same as last month in May. So I've extended the range of options today to basically delivery of vehicles 6 months or less. Some will be in stock, but just so we have some different options to compare to previously. There's some cool cars I'm going to look at today. So it'll give you guys some options if you are looking to lease a vehicle sometime within the next 6 months. Okay, let's go. Okay, so for those of you who are tuning in for the first time or are not familiar with Lease Loco basically gives a ranking, a Loco score based on the quality of the deal that is available. So remember, with leases, you always need to shop the deal as opposed to the car because there's always offers and deals to be had. It's maybe not as great as it was a couple of years ago, but that's just because of the whole car market is inflated and there's general inflation right now. But we'll kick things off with the Audi e-tron. So this is obviously one of the more premium vehicles. It is a factory order, but Audi are promising delivery within 3 to 4 months. So I think that's pretty reasonable and that's like a normal factory order rate. And actually, I've gone here for the 71 kilowatt hour S line. There is a larger battery also available. And actually, Lease Loco have got quite a few e-trons available in terms of different specs and different battery sizes, but I've gone for the S line because that is pretty much almost the top of the range if you excluding options, and it's still decent amount of battery, which we'll get into in a sec. So this is going to come in at just under £600 at £592 a month and a £5,333 deposit. So it is expensive, but that's because it is a premium car. It's a 4-year deal. You can obviously tweak the annual mileage if you do more. And as you can see, it's the cheapest has been on Lease Loco for the last 30 days or so. So pretty cool. Looking at the car itself, so I don't think these stats are quite accurate. So it should be more than the claimed 196 miles that's displayed here, but the 0 to 60 is quite quick. And obviously you're going to get a premium looking vehicle with the Audi e-tron. It's got plenty of space. The interior is great. It's fantastic quality. The build quality itself is really good. I personally prefer this car to the Model Y, although it is obviously more expensive than the Model Y. But I would personally go for this. I think it looks great. It's the light bar at the back, the interior, you've got the dual screens here and the virtual cockpit. Phenomenal looking car. So if you're after a premium family SUV, Audi e-tron is the one to go for. So the next car we're going to be looking at, and I've gone for this because it is quite new. So if you want to stand out and not have something that's common on the road, the Nissan ARIYA, which has just been released. Now I know what you're thinking. This seems pretty expensive for a Nissan. It's not that much less than the Audi e-tron here, so it's just under £5,000 deposit at £555 a month. But the reason for that is because this is the top of the range. So it's the e-Force, it's the highest spec, it's fully loaded, and also it's got 87 kilowatt hour battery, so it's got massive amounts of range. And Nissan are promising delivery within 4 to 6 months, which means you will be one of the first in the UK to have this car. And personally, I think this car, Nissan have done a very good job. I know obviously they've become French as opposed to Asian that they used to be, but it's sleek looking. It's got that coupe like rear here at the back. You can see it's got the light bar. I personally like this color combination. Even the front, it looks mean here, and if we get a pic of the interior somewhere, hopefully There we go. You've got the dual screens here, similar to what you get now these days in most cars, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6. But the build quality certainly has stepped up in the Aria. Yeah, I think it looks really, really nice. And again, it's the cheapest it's been on here on Lease Loco in the last 6 months or so. Now, this combined range actually should be about 280 miles, I think. So this is undersold it. And the 0 to 60 actually should be about 5.5 seconds, not 5.1. But I think because it's new, maybe the stats here on Lease Loco aren't accurate. But absolutely, it's if you want to be one of the first in the market for a brand new EV, take a look at the Nissan ARIYA. And yeah, as I said, they're promising this delivery within 4 to 6 months. And lastly, for one of the more budget options, and I say budget, it's still relatively expensive. I've gone for one of my personal favorite EVs or electric cars in terms of value for money, the Hyundai Kona electric. Now, the first thing it's worth mentioning with the Hyundai is even with a 4-year lease, Hyundai comes with 5-year manufacturer warranty. So you'll be covered for the entirety of the 4 years, as opposed to you only get the 3 years with Audi, for example. And here the delivery is 2 to 3 months, so it's not too long. The deposit, okay, it is quite a lot. It's $4,000 up front, but it's, as you can see, it's just under half less than the Audi and the Nissan. So this is, I mean, it's not as premium of a car, but in terms of value for money, and if you want an EV with a decent amount of range, this is certainly something to go for. Of course, you can tweak the deposit amounts and then the duration if you want. It is £5 more than it was at one point a month ago, but it's, that's not too bad. And if you actually look at the car, so the premium is the mid spec. So you've got the SE Connect Premium and I think the Ultimate, but you get plenty of specification and options for what you're paying for. 0 to 60 in just under 8 seconds. Again, the combined 301 miles here. For the 64 kilowatt hour battery pack, I don't think is accurate. So do validate those the ranges, but you certainly get above in terms of claimed range of way over 200 miles. And look, it's a very nice looking mini family car, I think. You got the smooth LED rear lights. Looks nice from the front. Decent interior now. You've got a digitalized cockpit. I think most people do these days. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all there within the infotainment. There's plenty of space for the family. The boot might not be the biggest. Obviously, it's not going to be as big, as spacious as the Nissan and the Audi, but it's nice. I think it's a good option. And these days, for this price, and if you want something within 3 months and don't want to wait a year for an EV, this is certainly an option to go for. Thanks for watching again, YouTube. As in the previous videos, I'm going to put a link down in the description below for if you do want to lease one of the suggested vehicles or any vehicle from Lease Loco. Please use my link in the description. And please also remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be back next week with another video. Peace out.